Welcome to the State of Mind podcast, episode 4.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome to the Lion's Den.
The Lion's Mind's Den.
The pineal gland.
Dude, I'll tell you what. You take some of that ayahuasca and you're going straight to Mars, dude. On some Elon Musk shit, straight up.
I don't think I would do that. That'd be scary because it'd be so humid there that it would be disgusting.
Well, maybe not physically, but you get so spiritually awakened that you can project your body like Luke Skywalker onto Mars. Like somehow you're like that spiritually in tuned. Just some epic trip.
And then you just see crazy geometry and
I'd be terrified because there's people who smoke it and that lasts about like 15, 20 minutes maybe, depending on how many hits you take. But they say, you know, it's pretty intense.
Sounds terrible.
It's pretty intense, deep, but it's short, but it feels like it was a long time. Now imagine doing ayahuasca, which is literally you take.
Is it ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca.
Or is it ayahuasca?
I don't know. However you want to pronounce it.
Do you want to wash it? Ayahuasca it?
Yeah, we're going to wash it straight down. You're going to drink the tea back. But they take the bark from the one plant, whatever it is, from some tree, and then they mix it with the extract. They take this plant and they
Isn't it like a cactus?
They take, no, that's peyote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They take this this extract from, I don't know the exact plant. We could look it up. And that has the DMT in it. And you could just like smoke that or ingest that and you'd get some kind of an effect, right? But they mix that bark from that tree and it makes it last like 4 to 6 hours. Oh, so now you're going on like a straight spiritual journey of the mind and the consciousness. Like, just you imagine that, dude? I've never done it, but
yeah, I don't think it's legal here.
What?
I don't think it's legal in the States.
No. And I'm sure there's people who end up figuring out how to make it.
Probably.
Something like that.
You could probably somehow get it, but I wouldn't.
I mean, shoot, if I was at the right, like, I don't know, it'd have to be the right setting in the right conditions, you know? And it's kind of
But you have to be like a shaman. You have to have the shaman guy.
That is... Actually, I was thinking of bringing up that point because they actually do this spiritual, like reading. They like read you spiritually, like through energy. And since they're so in tuned, they can literally be like, okay, you're good. You know, you're ready.
Drink this.
Yeah. There you go.
You're ready to go.
That's, you know, oh man, that'd be just mind blowing to go into some level like that, dude. Which... Speaking of mind-blowing, the movie Ex Machina.
Oh, yeah. I still haven't seen that. I heard that movie was amazing.
You got to watch it. I didn't... At first, I saw the trailer. I was like, man, it looks kind of like some, you know, futuristic robot kind of movie. And it didn't seem to have this strong, epic vibe like the movie I, Robot did.
Yeah.
But
that was like,
or like even like The
Matrix.
Matrix. But this, after seeing it, I'm like, whoa, that was powerful.
The message behind it.
Yeah, just the way it was, the really good CGI, really good interaction with it, because it all has to do with the Turing test, which is seeing if you sit in front of a robot or a computer and talk to it, can you discern whether or not like
it's a human or not?
Is it indistinguishable?
Like conscious?
Yeah, like pretty much is just like, yeah, that's the idea. And if it passes that test, then you could say it's basically a conscious intelligence. Which is,
when do you think we'll get to that point?
Oh, dude, I heard from some of the estimates of
2100.
No, they were saying we will have basically an artificial general intelligence within 10 years that you could basically talk to like a normal person.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which
is
mind blowing.
Like the Siris and Cortanas of the world.
So-
I don't want to say the other one because I have one in the other room and it'll start doing shit.
Call her Alex.
Yeah, we'll say
her-
Alex.
That's Alex.
Because if anybody, it's not voice recognizable, so anybody could turn your shit off.
I know they really need to work on that because Siri, when you build it in, like I can't say, "Hey Siri" on my mom's phone.
Really?
Yeah, it's individual. It's based on your voice.
Oh,
So it's epic. I was like, they need to
I
do
had
that.
no idea.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when Alex did that. Have to be careful there. Gotta be really careful. But you're seeing all those, like, what is there? We got Siri, we got Google, which really doesn't have a name.
Why don't they make a British guy do the voice for one of these
You
devices?
can change it on your iPhone. I have mine as a British girl.
Really?
Yeah.
I can change. Oh my
Check it out.
gosh.
Hey Siri, what's the weather in Portland, Oregon?
It's currently raining and 48 degrees in Portland, or expect cloudy skies starting in the afternoon. Then rain
Portland.
tonight.
Oh.
It didn't even didn't even get the G in. It was just like Portland. Oh. Like, wait, what?
No, but I'm thinking, can I do that with Alex? Can I make Alex sound like a British person?
I don't know. I've never looked that up. I haven't really looked deep into Amazon's whole thing, but it's actually pretty mind-blowing what they can already do.
I like Google's
with
device.
that. Google
That little circle thing.
Google has the Home Mini too, which looks just like the Alexa, but it's cloth wrapped. So it's super low key, cloth wrapped, and you can see the lights through it. The 4 Google colors: red, blue, green, and yellow.
Oh yeah,
And they like boop, 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 shines through the top when you talk to it.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty legit how you're seeing the integration of all these intelligent home assistants.
Right?
But right now, this is the one thing I was going to get to because they don't have a personable, their personality isn't really like interactive with
Right.
you. They don't really have one. It's basically like you're talking to an automated response thing, basically, that's just giving you straight facts or answers, but you can't really speak in a natural language sort of way
Right.
where you're getting legit feedback, or like even when
Well, Alex
it
is
answers
pretty
a
good.
question,
If I say it in a pretty like casual way, like Cortana, it's harder because you have to just straight up be like, Cortana, do this.
yeah, it's very robotic how you have to present the word structure
But Alexa,
to
I can just say, or Alex, I mean,
it.
I
Good,
can
we
just
didn't
say,
it too loud.
Alex, turn off the bedroom light. Turn it off. I'd be like, Alex, turn off the bedroom light. I can say it really fast.
That's
Turn it
cool
off.
that it's able to actually detect like random ways
been
of
pretty
saying
good.
it, not only speed but the volume and the tone of your
Yeah.
voice. So that's pretty cool.
I like it when I lay down for bed. Now I
Dude.
can just say, turn off the light, and it just whoop, pitch black.
Whoa, that's
I love it.
nice. Having those scene settings, but what's going to be crazy is I was thinking of like Cortana from the Halo games. They will be able to have with augmented reality glasses. You can
Oh,
have
yeah.
Cortana in your home, walking around.
That
in
would
your
be
home
sweet.
As this virtual, and you could tailor it to whatever you want. It doesn't have to be Cortana. That'd be by default, but you could change it to like a male hologram. And I was thinking about that on a whole nother level because it brought me to this point. Imagine having like a virtual personal assistant.
That
Where
was
if you're working out or you're doing something, you have like this virtual motivational coach.
but like a device that you'd put down and then it
No.
would project,
You would just wear the augmented reality glasses and he's
or
with you all the
contacts,
time. Yeah.
augmented contacts.
Once they get to the so basically you're seeing that right in your living room. Like
Right.
I can take my phone camera and put the IKEA furniture in my room and see what it looks like with the little app they have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can put shit
Oh,
on.
that's
You
so
can
cool.
basically pull your stuff out, decorate or just leave a blank room, and you can start decorating with IKEA stuff and build your own setup basically, and see what it would look like before
Whoa.
you go buy it. Isn't that crazy?
That is super crazy.
They're going to be able to do that in real time with future augmented reality glasses. So you could have a virtual friend, like conferences we were talking about, or virtual assistant, some form of that. And I mean, that to me is just mind blowing.
Sorry.
but also profoundly, how could I say, futuristic. You know, having this virtual, because having a personal coach, I think takes a lot of money. It takes that convenience factor away.
It's mostly money.
And yeah. And so if they could do it through a virtual assistant in some way, not to take away from that, I'm just throwing it out there as another alternative. Like some people need that extra little motivation, some kind of thing. Just imagine like Siri is now motivating you, or Cortana, or Alex, we'll say.
Alex.
But it just be, that's just crazy. We're moving to that point. And I think once we start to see the rise of those personable AIs, that's when we're going to hit a moment where we're going to be like, cool. And that's coming within 5 years. I'm guessing you that Siri, Cortana, Alex, and Google's assistant will all get a real personal experience. Just like you personally tailor all your setup on your phone, you will have that through virtual assistant now, and she'll be able to really know you. Like it's going to remember things on that level, which will it'll be able to, it'll change the game basically once they get to that point.
I definitely don't doubt it.
Dude, yeah, when they, like we were talking about future CES and some of the robotics that they'll eventually have there, it's going to be crazy because once the AI reaches that point of that personable, more interactive, then when they bring in the physical robotics, it'll blend so well.
Right.
It'll be like booming, it'll be like one of those things where like all these big companies will be trying to take advantage of that technology. And I think it'll just take off. Because right now it's really just kind of in the baby stages.
It's kind of niche.
Yeah, it's like I use Siri, but I don't use it every day.
Yeah, I don't use Siri at all.
Yeah, so
I use Cortana
and
more than I use Siri.
I think the reason why it's just not, it isn't at that level yet where it can be kind of personable,
right,
and makes sense. That's
just answers questions.
Yeah, it's very like I was saying, linear, kind of fact based, which is nice when you need to look up some. I mean, it's kind of just crazy to think that we have this supercomputer that we can just say, "Oh, hey, what's this?"
Right,
and you just find out.
That is pretty crazy.
Right? It's like, holy shit, how is that even possible? But
science.
It kind of scared me when I was like watching that Ex Machina.
I still have to freaking watch that.
Just the way they did the CGI, and it has such a futuristic vibe, and then it's kind of creepy at the same time. You're like, whoa, it's so real that it's like, it's real, even though it's not. It's just programming, you know what I mean? They created this crazy dude in some lab created technology, and you're like, holy shit. It's got the two actors from Star Wars actually in it, which I didn't even know. Domhnall Gleeson, who plays like kind of the new General Hux in the new of the First Order, and then the one guy who plays Poe Dameron, Oscar Isaac, plays the scientist who created the AI robot in this movie.
Poe,
and
he's that pilot, right?
Yeah, and his character is just wild. He's like a drunk who created some futuristic AI, and he's kind of keeping it locked up so he can test it before he reveals it to humanity. Like he's literally created a breakthrough. And they kind of play him off like this guy who created Google. It's like an alternative version of Google called Loot Book.
Noodle.
Yeah, it's called Loot Book. Like a search engine, basically. And he basically tapped into all this search query stuff, and he tied it all together, kind of like Google's doing. Almost like they were inspired by Skynet and what Google is becoming. Google's right now, it doesn't seem like their AI is, I mean, it's getting there, but pretty soon we're going to hit this booming. They're way ahead of the game with the neural networks. Like, I mean, they got
more
than
NVIDIA is with their chips.
Oh, dude. Google, as far as software wise, with the artificial intelligence, and they have so much data they can use to compile and create this neural network that it's like mind blowing. Everyone's search queries, all kinds of extra data. They got all Wikipedia, everything
collecting all of that data.
It's kind of mind blowing. because they're using that data to make money and to study and learn how people buy things, how people interact, things they do, like literally get like a relative perspective of society.
Man,
Creepy.
super creepy.
I mean, just depending on what they can do with it.
But then again, nobody would have agreed to have a camera recording GPS device in your pocket.
Right?
20 years ago, everybody would have been like, get that shit away from me. That Orwellian shit. And now everyone just has it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even think people, I mean, depending on how you look at it at the
Right.
same time, because you could look in the past,
I think
you could
it's
see this
great.
and be like, holy shit, you know, at the same time. But
It's innovation.
that's what's crazy about technology. It has that, it's a double-edged sword. It can be used for good or evil.
Humans made these.
Yeah. And, you know, we have the choice to use that technology for good or bad. So it really comes down to the creator, which is us. We created this, so we have to take the responsibility to be able to control it.
It's the Spider-Man quote. With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, straight up. And that's the truth, dude. That's a true fucking statement right there. That's real. Like, that's as real as it gets, you know? Hands down.
What's his uncle's name?
Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
That scene. Remember that one? The Tobey Maguire.
Oh, dude,
Spider-Man's-
so emotional. He's out there in the street and sees his uncle just got shot and is on his last little bit. You know?
That scene, or that movie was actually pretty good.
When you look back on it,
The
you
Tobey
know, at
Maguire.
first I wasn't too sure about what's the actor's name?
The other one?
No, it's Tobey Maguire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He, like, looking back on it, he did really good. As
I
far
think
as
so.
The character, the way he portrayed it, you know. At
It's
first
kind
I
of
was
nerdy.
like, he's kind of soft a little bit, you know, like this dude's kind of weak as Spider-Man, but kind of grew on me a little bit. I guess he didn't have the look I was imagining too, and then
Right.
later on they kind of dialed in. I mean, with the new guy, what's his name? New actor.
From The Amazing Spider-Man? Or
No,
Tom
beyond
Holland?
that. Yeah, Tom Holland. Yeah, he seems to have that voice down for that young kind of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Like the voice is on point for like almost a
prankster.
cartoon, and then he has that that kind of more prankster Spider-Man personality.
Yeah, it's super true to the comics.
Yeah, I think they couldn't have cast any better for that, and having Tony Stark kind of like be that father figure, kind of helping him.
Giving him the awesome suit.
Dude,
The super nano
coming
spider
up
suit.
with Avengers Infinity War. Oh man, we see the Spider-Man mechanical spider suit.
Oh, yeah. You know what I
He's sick,
actually
bro.
just watched last night or the night before was the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know
Oh,
anything about it,
shit.
but I watched Volume 2 because Volume 1 isn't on Netflix or
Right, you
Hulu.
just decide, which is fine. You don't even need to watch really the first one because
That movie's wacky, dude.
is it not
That's
epic?
a
The way it
wacky
starts out,
movie.
what starts out, Groot, he's all dancing
He's
around.
dancing with that
It's
giant
so funny.
monster.
And then they're all fighting it while
Yeah.
he's kind of just like grooving into the intro and shit, like little Groot too.
Batista.
Dude,
His
yeah.
character is actually pretty good.
Oh, he's savage. He's in there. He's like,
He's just like,
cutting it up.
he has like true emotion or whatever,
Drax.
like in the moment or something like that.
Dude, I think he's playing that role pretty well. Drax the Destroyer. So check this out. Drax the Destroyer. Some people probably don't know out there because, I mean, there's diehard comic fans, not saying that there aren't. But most of the people going to see this Avengers movie are not going to be diehard comic fans. But Drax,
probably not.
Drax the Destroyer, when he was originally created in the 70s, was created to destroy Thanos. Like, it was a character literally created to that. Like, he was this person who got resurrected and then became Drax the Destroyer, and he was like a green alien.
Whoa.
And then they changed him in the 90s when this other guy took over. This guy that worked for DC Comics came in and he started tying in without him, there would be no Marvel Cinematic Universe because he started tying all the characters together in a really detailed way and making a big story arc to it. So,
Yeah, it's definitely crazy that watching that, and I was like, how does this? It's so wacky that it's like, how does it connect to all the other Marvel movies? Because there's a little bit more realistic aspects to the Hulk and Captain America, but then you get
okay, I see what you're
this,
saying.
and it's like this
Well, it goes deep.
interdimensional,
Yeah.
time traveling, colorful, crazy monsters, and like multiple timelines and interdimensional travel.
Well, you need to see the first one, bro, because you're going from like, yeah, you got to see the first one, man. The second one, when you jump into just the second one, of course, I could see anyone being like, the fuck is this? I was
like, holy shit, this movie's crazy.
Good effects, interesting idea.
When they go through the 700 wormholes and their faces are just warping and twisting. And dude, that shit was hilarious.
It's going to tie all together pretty well once they, move into the with the Avengers and
then Venom.
Dude, yeah, we'll get the Venom.
Carnage is going to be in it, I heard.
Yeah,
they're going to have Carnage, which is Venom and Carnage are the two best characters,
dude.
As far as brutal villains.
Yeah, I agree with. As far as Spider-Man villain goes, yeah, I would say so. They look the most savage.
Yeah,
I always thought they had that kind of.
Well, and Carnage is like a psychopath from
really?
From like an insane asylum.
That's wow,
he's a crazy.
And then you got the one guy who just got overtaken by the
Eddie
symbiote.
Brock. Yeah, but the symbiote takes over Carnage.
That's wild. Doesn't it take over Spider-Man too for a minute?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, because that's why they did it in the
Spider-Man
film or whatever. It's like he got. That's weird. Interesting though.
Yeah, I think it adapts to like who you are. So like Carnage being a psycho, or his guy, I can't remember his real name, but he's like some redhead guy. I'm pretty sure, at least.
Yeah, that's why they has a red and then the other's black.
Maybe red and black.
I don't know enough on that to really.
Yeah, I know a little bit, but there's probably
Tom Hardy, though. Good cast, I think, because I don't know. I think he'll just have that solid. He'll portray Venom really well, I feel like.
So while you're looking at that, let's touch on that UFC 220 last night for all you fans out there.
Yeah, mixed martial arts, dude. That's
spoilers alert.
That is definitely.
I won't spoil everybody, but basically, I won't spoil the undercards. Not that they were bad or they're bad fighters. Those fights were probably the best, but actually, they were all amazing. The Ozdemir Cormier fight.
Oh, dude. I like Daniel Cormier.
Dude, he is amazing for 38 years old. He's a good
fighter, bro. No joke.
I think Ozdemir's 28.
So he's like 10 years, 11 years older. And
something like that, yeah.
Put him to bed, Cuddy.
His wrestling, Cormier's wrestling and his cardio at 38 years old.
When you're getting up to that point.
It's just so amazing.
I mean, we do have kind of a new breed of athletes today than the old days.
John Jones.
Guys go a little bit longer.
Connor.
For their age. Like, I look at like athletes like some of the NBA stars who kind of cut out early, but a guy like a LeBron James, I see him going for like, till he's 40. So
yeah, he might push it.
You know what I mean? And once he's gotten to 40, I feel like he will have achieved everything stat wise because he's trying to chase like Jordan for the most points of all time.
Well, look at Chael Sonnen.
So
Chael Sonnen had his fight at Bellator yesterday, and he's older too.
That's what's impressive.
He's like 40 something, I think.
Dude.
Yeah, and he beat Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, and I wanted Rampage too. I was like, oh man.
Dude, Rampage is a savage.
I love
Chael's
Rampage,
takedowns.
Dude. But when he loses bad, dude.
Chael's takedowns are just too good.
Did it go all three? I think did it come down to a decision?
Yeah, it came down to a decision.
That's about right. Okay. That's good. I want to watch it now.
And then
I didn't get a chance to watch that one.
Back to the UFC, there was the Francis Ngannou.
Dude, I wanted Ngannou, dude, but you know what? That was just me being like hopeful for the new up and coming guy.
Huge,
the story sounded epic. I was like, this dude could really go on to be like a star from nothing, like those.
We could definitely.
That's epic.
He is definitely a star. They hyped him more than they did Stipe.
Yeah. But you know what? Now he's going to come back from this. He's going to train even harder.
Do ground stuff.
Yep. 100%. You're right. Yeah. He thought he was going to come in and just Cuddy slump him like he's done before to dudes. He come in and knock guy out, but now he knows that he better be prepared for that, particularly the ground game, and be aware of his opponent. Like
maybe start training jiu-jitsu now.
Videos. Can't you watch videos of the guy you're fighting before, to see how he fights, what he does. Like that's
I guess
study your footage,
I guess he went to France 2 weeks before the fight, which, I think some fighters take time off or maybe they keep training, but some people were.
Is that a mental thing?
Some people were kind of like, what the hell? Why would he do that? Like, it's such a big fight. I don't see the problem, but maybe it had to do with training or something.
Okay.
going all the way to France and then coming back and, not really training in between that 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I don't think that's smart. In my opinion, it's like you have a period of where you can take
Study
some
or
time off.
something.
When your fight's over, either you win or you lose, take a little time off, get yourself mentally back in this calm, relaxed mind state. Then you jump back into the training, train even harder, and then you train all the way till you fight. I don't think it's a good idea to say, hey, jump out of the mind frame, because you want to be in that mind state the whole time.
Yeah,
you want to
if you're
be
not
like,
in it,
I mean, a little vacation could completely throw you off of like mentally understanding all those things. You're so in tune by doing it every day that then when the fight comes around, you jump in and it's like, boom.
Yeah.
So maybe taking 2 weeks off just mentally took him out of the game.
Maybe.
But like you said, he didn't have any of that wrestling.
Either way.
Jiu-jitsu game.
Whew. Fights was epic.
Dude.
All 5 rounds with that Stipe, but he was pretty dominant.
That's good. He needed a 5-round fight too to get the experience of doing a 5-round.
Yeah, that's what he said too. He's like, I've never gone 5 rounds.
Yeah, you see like, holy shit.
He's 200. He's Brock Lesnar size. He's like I think he's like 260.
Yeah, I bet you Brock Lesnar would fuck him up though.
And Ngannou said he would want to fight him.
Be a pretty good one because both like to bang, but I think like if it came down to the wrestling game, Brock Lesnar would
take him down.
Dude played football too. He was pretty savage.
He doesn't have a stand-up game for shit, but
you think of you just smash him. Yeah. When Brock Lesnar picks up you know he's picking you up. He's gonna fucking throw your ass.
He would rip me in half.
Imagine getting suplexed by Brock Lesnar. Oh my god!
If it was fake.
No. We're talking straight. Like I'm ready to smash a motherfucker, dude. He
on a WWE mat.
Dude, even still.
Yeah, that would fucking hurt.
I mean, you think we don't do that? These guys are doing that shit every night.
Right.
You come in there, dude smashes you once, you're just like, oh! Just so fucked up.
Landing on that canvas and just...
You're like, totally...
You just got to break fall correctly.
Your body just folds.
You just have to break fall.
Stuck.
That's the key. That's how you fall. Distribute all the impact.
Yeah, like those one guys who get an opportunity to get clotheslined by like the Big Show or somebody, and you're just like...
Remember when Steve-O was on the WWF or WWE episode?
Oh, I think I do remember that. That was like quite a few years back, but...
I think Umaga like jumped off the ropes and splashed on top of him.
Belly splash? Oh, yeah. Dude.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't want to have somebody like that or a Rikishi or somebody with a big mass. Like a Big Show just pick you up and... You know, it'd be epic though to get scoop slammed, where they just like do that quick, like Randy Orton will do it. It'll just pick you and just boom, scoop slam you.
Oh yeah, just like a little body slam.
And then he goes into that fucking snake
fake
mode.
Body slam.
It's like he gets into that snake mode he does or whatever, that scary shit. He'll creep around. Seen all those videos they made online of people like getting like fucked up. Like people will get fucked up and they'll incorporate Randy Orton and they'll have like the announcers and they're like, oh shit, here's Randy Orton. He's creeping. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh, and then he like jumps in and it jumps.
It's like a cutout of
Randy Orton, just like closed. Oh, dude.
Someone falls off a ladder and they just crop like Randy Orton giving.
Yeah, it was like this guy cutting a tree with a big old chainsaw and it takes a dump and he like falls on it. They're like, out of nowhere, Randy Orton with an RKO. That's right. Some of the
the RKO. That's what it's called. I couldn't think of it.
The Randy knockout. So generic.
Randy knockout.
But it sounds savage when you say RKO. You're like, that's dude fucking got RKO'd. Like F5, that's savage.
Except a TKO is way more hardcore than an RKO.
Well, I don't know, dude. What if you knocked a dude out doing that? Like, what if some guy in the UFC in the right moment actually legitimately RKO'd a dude?
People have done WWE moves in UFC.
But can you imagine
someone power bombed somebody? Like straight up power bombed them.
Dude.
Like,
picked him up and I've seen that. I think dude knocked out from that too.
Probably.
I don't know if it's that clip, but I've seen one where a guy got picked up by a really large dude and he was sick of like getting stuck in this position.
Was it Chael Sonnen?
And he picked dude up and just boom, smashed him. And I think he got knocked out.
Chael Sonnen did that to a guy next to the cage. He picked him up and then slammed him and knocked the dude out.
Oh,
or no.
Shit. Was it Chael Sonnen?
Nope. I'm thinking of Matt Hughes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Matt Hughes. He had a pretty good like mass to him too. He was a wrestler based.
Did you hear what happened to him recently? He just
No.
recovered from.
What did he do? I haven't seen. He's been off the radar.
He got hit by a train while he was in his truck, and he fucked his whole
by a train.
A train. Like I think his car stalled at his train spot, and a train came and hit his truck.
Oh,
and
fuck.
he just got out of recovery, and he was. They just had an event in his hometown, and he came out, and he's still like limping. Like
So
he's recovered.
He's
'cause
basically
he's a badass.
But is he gonna fight again?
Oh, probably. He's retired. I think.
I know. I'm just kidding. He's done. He's been out of the game. Those guys are from that other generation of fighters,
He's
with the Chuck Liddells,
one of the
and
best.
the Randy Coutures, and the Huntington Beach bad boy.
Oh, Tito.
Dude, I still like Tito, bro. I thought he was savage, but when he lost, he took a dump, bro.
He was kind of savage, I guess.
He had a savage run going there for a minute, but
early in his career.
But then he kind of it somehow faded out pretty quick.
Yeah.
But either way, I thought he had a cool style.
He had those flame shorts.
Oh
with
yeah,
the flames on
He
them.
had like this unique character look. He didn't used to do his hair like Dennis Rodman, some weird ass colors and shit.
I think he just did like a blonde look or
Was it
something.
just a blonde? Yeah, I don't know why I'm picturing that.
Like a blonde mohawk or something.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy to
I don't
think
know.
how times have changed too. Like tattoos and all that shit don't even really matter. Like my grandma used to always say, "Oh, I hate that Dennis Rodman. Look at him. He's got all those piercings and tattoos, and look at his hair." Like he didn't take himself
All this
seriously
external
or something.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like my grandma felt like he didn't take himself seriously. He was a bad example. He's like, these guys are supposed to be role models. It's like, well, people still people have evolved consciously so much that now they look at Dennis Rodman. They don't look at him by what he wears or how he portrayed himself.
They just look at him
some
for
people
being
actually
friends with
like
Kim.
that because he's unique, But at the same time, they go, dude was a good postman.
And
Look
friends
at his
with Kim
skills.
Jong-un.
That has really kind of brought him
That's
back
what
into the
people don't
like,
care about his piercings and tattoos. They care that he's friends with Kim Jong-un.
I guess you could say that overrides all the other stuff. Like, yeah, he's a good baller, but he's friends with the leader of North Korea.
Yeah.
Which, who knows? Maybe Kim Jong-un's a nice guy, dude. I don't know. I highly doubt it, though.
Yeah, probably not.
But what if
Kills
he's a
people.
puppet too?
He killed his
if all that shit's
brother. He
going down?
killed his uncle. He killed his top generals. He kills millions of people.
Do we know that, Lord Vader? Do we know that?
Do it, Kim.
Do we know that he's not controlled by a Lord Sidious? He's the apprentice.
Kim, you must do it.
Well, straight up, Donald Trump, he's like,
Lord Sidious, we will take control of your nation with fire and fury.
well, it's scary. Like, no joke, though. That's terrifying.
And then we won't even get into that craziness.
It is crazy, though, because
Nuke talk.
I don't see it going down. That's what I've told people.
no.
I'm like, hey, nobody dropping no nukes no more. Seriously, that's done.
Right.
Not that, people have done, like they've done underground ones. But all I'm going to say is, if they did threaten to do a test nuke over, like, say, the Pacific Ocean somewhere, we would completely blow that up before it ever took off on the launch pad.
Oh yeah, I don't think North Korea is part of the treaty, so they would probably do something like that.
Because we're not going to allow a nuclear weapon to be exploded over the Pacific Ocean. And regardless who it is, we're just looking at things beyond even our
Just
own
anywhere,
nation.
we're not about that.
We're kind of trying to protect the world in some ways, and you have like a crazy nation like them that who knows what they could do. They're like, we're just going to blow some epic nuke up, and you're like, fuck you talking about, dude? That was like
Doing all their nuke tests.
we were doing that shit like 40, 50 years ago, and you're talking about doing they're like stuck in the past, like a
Right.
time portal to a different dimension.
Stuck in the past, but they have restricted internet.
Restricted. It's like some it's like
20 sites or something like
it's like
that.
this local LAN network that's like
Yeah, they have like
just
21
for
websites or something like that, or
21
12, or I don't know.
websites.
Yeah, it's all based on probably tourism within the country.
You got like stores with like cardboard MacBooks and shit, so it looks like they have some technology. So when they do those parade pictures, it looks like they're like, yeah, I heard that like those big missiles
Look at our
are all
fruit.
just tubes. There's nothing in those missiles. They're just like fake. They're all just props.
Fake metal tubes,
They're
yeah.
literally just big fake props that they're rolling down. But I mean, obviously all the soldiers are real, of course, and they got
But-
their little proper
But that's
march
probably
they
they probably
do.
practice that march more than they practice any other kind of training.
Right. We would shit on them. Even some of these guerrilla U.S. fighters and some of the other world fighters out there are like, bro, these dudes weak. They might have a larger army, but they ain't fucking with the weapons we got.
Yeah.
Our dudes have experience.
Right.
I mean, sad as that is to say, our soldiers and fighters have experience. But
Yeah, they didn't even get the defector, the guy that ran, and they shot him a couple times. They
Dude,
couldn't even get him. They were chasing him.
I was
in
laughing
Jeeps and
so
stuff.
hard. Well, I shouldn't laugh. There's two aspects.
Yeah, don't
of it.
laugh. Jeez.
No, I'm gonna laugh because there's two aspects to it.
You're gonna
Obviously,
trigger
it's
somebody
fucked up.
watching this.
It's fucked up what happened to dude. You know,
Yeah.
and then the South Korean soldiers had to come over and drag his body away. But what was funny to me
Did
is
he die?
that he died. He got fucked up, dude.
Well, I know he got shot, but he didn't die at that. He got pulled and then went to the hospital. But did he die at the hospital?
Did he end up in the hospital?
Yeah, because he got shot, and then they ended up grabbing him. He got
I
shot
thought
in, like
dude
the
was
legs.
dead, and they were just pulling body away. That's what I thought.
I
don't
think
know.
they just shot him a bunch, and he
'Cause
got away.
He almost made it.
I don't
and that's
know.
what was
I
I
have
was
no
laughing
idea.
about. I was watching the video and I'm like, oh no way, dude's actually gonna make it. I was like, oh shit, he's going for it.
Yeah,
And he made it through all those barriers. And he was right at the border too. If he would have just not, his Jeep got stuck
yeah,
and he had to get out. Had he
Yep.
been able to go past that line, they would not have been able to shoot him over the border.
Right.
So he literally died on the fucking border because his Jeep stopped short of it. That's crazy. What are the chances? Oh my God. He's like, fuck this. You guys don't even feed us. I'm out.
yeah.
You know, like,
You put parasites in our stomachs and put us on boats and throw us out in the ocean until someone finds us.
some sketch shit, dude. That whole place is just fucked up. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that something should be dealt with some way. It needs to be brought into the modern age. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want to see 1 million people get bombed or shit on or something by the US military. I don't want to see a destructive, negative thing take place. But I want to see some form of bringing that nation into the 21st century.
Right.
Because it's ridiculous. It's like a joke, like some shit out of a movie or something. And it's just stuck on there.
Right.
It's like,
Ridiculous.
yeah,
Just do it.
straight up, some sketch ass like show. It's like a TV show. Or
Sketch
something.
ass show.
The
Rocket Man.
Dude, Far Cry 5 is coming out soon.
are they working on that?
Dude, it's about to come out.
Do they even have a trailer for it?
Oh, yeah.
Show me this then.
What?
Let's bring it up. I've never even seen. I had no clue.
It takes place in Montana, and you're fighting hick people and occultists. This guy that's like claiming to be like this prophet.
Oh wait, I thought that already came out.
No.
No, this hasn't. Oh damn, I seen that trailer a minute ago. Then they have any new like gameplay or anything of it?
Oh, yeah. They've got a
They
lot.
should bring up something. I just want to take a look because I haven't seen any of the recent footage from it.
Click.
These people have gotten their game engine
Whoa,
on
21
point.
minutes. That's a walkthrough.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
see how much?
Let's just go through.
Announced trailer
Let's just go
7
through a
months ago.
walkthrough and just kind of skip around just to see like.
Okay, yeah. Let's
You know, I
do this.
like to see really what's going on when you're playing it. You get that really
None
good.
of those.
Guys, I wanted to welcome you to something really awesome.
You shut your mouth.
All right, let's see it. Oh, the load.
Some good.
There we go. There we go. Turn on the audio now if you can.
I'm hoping this one has like a big bad, you know?
Oh, there's some. Oh, sick. So they got some driving element going on here.
Yeah, so I can click 4, which is going to skip ahead, but now the viewers can see what we're
And I'll
looking
tell you
at.
what, this YouTube video does not do
shoot
this
down the
game
helicopter.
justice. Actually, it's coming in a little better now.
Cool sound effect for the gun.
Wait, what?
Oh, whoa! What the fuck?
No way. Either the flying. Oh, they're flying towards you.
Whoa.
Fire from the hip from that distance. This guy's.
Oh, this
a
looks pretty
show-off.
nice.
I hope the AI is
whoa.
smarter. They always
Oh,
have
that
like
guy got
really
slumped.
stupid AI.
I know. Do you see that guy? He just like hit the corner of the wall and his shoulder shrugged and
Maybe
the
there's something I
wall
don't
and
know about.
slumped over.
Oh, there's a person hanging from that sign. Did you see that?
What's
They
he
were,
doing?
they were
Oh.
hanging, but they were like attached to it.
What's happening?
He's trying to take out the chopper that's shooting at him there.
Dynamite. What?
Oh no way!
Oh, did it work?
Oh no, it didn't. Oh wait, it did.
Holy
Oh.
got him.
That's how he got him. That was savage. Boy, they sounds like Battlefield, like when you're playing Rush.
Oh, we got through the dynamite up there.
Is that what this game type is? Or are you
We need
capturing?
to cook it a little longer before you throw it, fam.
Oh shit! What are you doing, bro? Oh, he's fucked. He's fucked. Look at that.
Oh,
Damn.
that looked cool. That
was
looked real
actually-
cool.
That was interesting.
Oh, here we go. I love this is what I like to
Oh
see. The
shit!
physics.
What was that?
Right-hand
Did you see that?
Oh, your ally.
Did you do that? Somehow the physics of the explosion boosted
Hey, the
that guy
revive
and
was
flew
quick.
like 15
I'm so used to
feet
the
like some kind of
vision.
superhuman.
Tastes like a good Reddit napkin.
There's already glitches in the gameplay.
It was so, and he was stiff too. He wasn't even like dynamic. He was like, you know how you'd be if you're on a flat surface. He looked like that. And he went like this.
Like that's.
Oh, here we go.
That's
Fast
way
forward.
more
It
than
looks
I
like he's
thought,
applying
unless
some
that killed the guy.
medics.
Cool colors.
That was
I don't know.
there.
The color spectrum's kind of weird.
So I would
Almost.
use that grenade launcher again, or that shotgun that he had in the
Should
beginning. He
look
never really
good.
used.
A little bit better in person on the game console.
I'm gonna turn down the volume.
Yeah, dude's just talking a bunch of nonsense anyway. Fuck him.
Okay, so what's going on here? So let's just go into the objective slowly with his. Whoa, it's like a Uzi, or no, that's a grenade launcher.
Yeah, it's got like that little old
Oh,
school
shit, look
army
at that.
bomb.
Transformers truck right there.
Optimus Prime.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Pretty good graphics.
Overall, hopefully there's a cool story to it. They always have those little fun stories.
Hopefully.
built into the Far Cry.
Yeah, hopefully it's got good
Backwoods,
multiplayer.
Billy, like crazy
Occultists
cultist fucks, just trying
that
to
are just brainwashing people and
if
baptizing
they
them.
don't
And
fall through with it, then they kill them or do something weird.
hopefully the multiplayer is good, and they'll probably never bring the map editor back from Far Cry 2.
Dude, I still love that Far Cry 2 map editor. I look back, I'm like, that was so fun.
It was
Just
ahead of
putting
its
together
time.
Dude, it really was. We were like basically building levels
Yeah,
from scratch materials. Like we were able to manipulate the
terraform
ground
and stuff.
You couldn't really dynamically play around with the water too much. It was a single level, but you could still take the level and then you could make your riverways and carve them out. So
Right,
at least it had that element to it, and you could paint the textures on the surface. So
that
you
was
like,
cool for sure.
Like grass or
That was so fun.
yeah.
I love
Overall,
doing
you could
that.
just have so much fun. And then we thought we were good until we went to the community map section and we were like, damn, bro, these people are nuts. Some guy made the whole first Jurassic Park movie on that shit. Made like
yeah.
all the dinosaurs out of rocks. He just took a bunch of rocks, made the Brachiosaur and the T-Rex, and like had the scene inside the
People
big.
get creative with the props.
It was amazing. They even had the part where the Velociraptor is popping out of that like broken cables when she has to go reset the power. And it killed Samuel Jackson's character. It's like, oh, Mr. Whatever, and his arm pops out, and he's like, oh shit, and there's like just a stub. Just an
Dude, for
arm.
some reason, that movie, that scene with the Velociraptors, like in the kitchen,
One of the best scenes ever put together, dude.
and that scene, for whatever reason, of the DNA thing being the shaving cream cover,
Oh, I love that.
that sound effect, for
Oh,
whatever reason.
and when he pushes the button, and then it goes, ding, and it like pops up. The little part
Yeah,
pops
it's
up.
so
and then you can stick
satisfying.
in each, and then when you see him actually filling it
Yeah,
up,
when he's
you're like,
putting
that's
them
so
in.
satisfying. He's just grabbing each one, and he's like,
Yeah,
then-
that's exactly the noises.
and then he just shoves like back in the can. And you remember when he's laughing when he's showing up, bottom pops out, and then he's like, just what's the actor's name from Seinfeld?
He got eventually shot in the face by that dinosaur tar, like spit
Yeah, it
up,
was like a venom, supposed to be like a cobra
and then
spitting.
it jumped in the car, and
Yeah,
then
that
it
was
just
all. That was a little
shook it
fantasy they
about.
threw into there for fun. But
Right.
here's to give you a perspective. That was a juvenile Dilophosaur.
Dilophosaur. It's amazing that you know that.
Yeah, oh, those things get. Dude, dinosaurs is. I'm on point with that.
Bob's on point with dinosaurs.
Paleontology. I wanted to be a paleontologist growing up. So
Probably thanks to Jurassic Park.
no, I actually had. I used to watch the documentaries on like TLC and
The dinosaur ones.
yeah, all the Paleo World was one of them. It had like that epic.
Okay. Dude, you got the whole thing. Dun, 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 dun.
It was famous too. Like I always remember the announcer's voice. He's like,
Deep in the heart of the Utah desert You're searching for the largest animal that ever existed 65 million years ago.
And
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
what it secreted, a 25-ton pile of fossilized dinosaur.
Dung.
Straight up though, like I love that line. He's like, "That is one big pile of shit."
Oh, she puts her hand in it
Like
because
takes
she's
his
like,
glasses off. He's all trying to be cool, like Dr. Malcolm and shit. You know, I love his character, and that's so funny. And he's just looking over there. He's like, that is a one big pile of dung.
huge pile.
Yeah, and then
It's like 4 feet.
yeah, and
shit.
that was one dump. That was one dump, bro. That was like 8 cows in one dump, maybe more. It's a large animal, Triceratops. I would not want to be around. I'll tell you.
I
what.
would look at it and then
I mean,
get out of there.
I wouldn't want to be in an open area with a Triceratops. Like,
Yeah.
there's other ones that you could be like, oh, okay, he's not gonna mess with you. But that is a scary animal. Like you're think it's like a rhinoceros with 2 extra horns coming out of it.
And way bigger.
Oh, way bigger, yeah. There used to be this primitive rhinoceros. You should look it up. It's like from the prehistoric times. Dude, this thing was massive. Massive.
Everything was massive.
There was these giant 9-foot
The
tall
bear?
birds.
Remember the giant, like it's like the North America.
Oh, huge bear, dude.
I don't remember. Huge bear, though. Fucking massive. It was on
The giant ground sloth.
Yeah, that thing was huge, too.
Dude, if you put that in this apartment building, it's like head would be at the ceiling.
Think of how
sitting
big
down.
insects used to be. Those giant dragonflies.
Oh
that
yeah,
would
with a
just be
2-foot.
fucking huge.
Yeah, they had like huge wingspan.
Huge wings.
Mind blowing.
Hit that with a fly swatter.
My favorite
Have
one,
to punch
though,
it.
which is the largest land mammal ever, is it's something Ethereum. I know the last part of it. Right. It's like, man, it's one of those
Primantitheum.
Primantithereum.
It's similar to that, but basically it's the largest land mammal. And it had like a similar body to a horse, but it was larger than an elephant, an African
Whoa.
elephant.
Whoa.
Yeah. You should bring that up.
What
We
is it
should show
called?
people, because this is like the largest land mammal to ever exist. And it walked around and foraged on trees. So it was like a horse with an elongated neck, but had like the texture and skin of like a rhinoceros or an elephant. Like, there it is. Paracerethium.
Whoa.
Dude, look up just an image on like images. I think it might bring up a comparison. There it is.
Boom.
Look at the size of that animal. It's just mind blowing.
Shit, I don't want to do that.
Oh, it's just some wiki.
I want to do this. Boom.
Yeah, just
Whoa.
look at that. It's mind blowing. That other one they're showing,
it's
I don't know the
huge.
name of it, but it's a prehistoric elephant species. And then this thing was just massive. Look at that thing, dude. Over 5 meters tall.
Dude. Plant
Huge,
eater,
dude.
probably, right?
Oh, 100%. Back out real quick.
That's good.
They have a like click out of that. Oh yeah, click on that one. The real life. Someone made a real life sculpture, dude.
Oh, shit.
There, it gives you a perspective of how large this animal is,
That guy has no life. Just kidding. That's for research.
dude. Imagine when
Wow, that's amazing.
Imagine when robotics get good enough, we're gonna have parks with this kind of shit
Dude.
moving around like it's a real creature.
Oh my God.
There will be robotic Jurassic Park in the future.
Yes.
Think of how cool that'll be,
That'll be cool.
because they won't be able to really kill you. Still be terrifying. A robotic velociraptor running around.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, how cool. I always wanted to have that in the past when I was younger. I was like, man, if I could just have like a giant robotic T-Rex, I could walk it around my neighborhood and scare the fuck out of people. That was my idea. I could
They
just
have
go around
those
there.
suits you can get
Yo, though, dude,
that they
at
prank
night,
people with.
at night, bro. Even during the day, they look pretty damn good. But at night, you would be, oh my god, if you roll into a party, like somebody's just having one of them legit backyard like party, and you know everyone's invited. They'd even do it on the Halloween, so it's like costume party. Dude rolls up, peeks his head in through the sliding glass door. Everyone's in there playing beer pong, like shooting beer pong balls, and you're like, And you just like run in. They're like, "Oh shit!" And everyone's like, "Oh fuck, what's
They'd
that?"
probably just not believe you and be like, "Yeah, we're partying with the dinosaur."
One homeboy would come up and just knock your ass out one hit too. He's like, "Fuck is this?" Just slump you one time.
Should probably wrap it up, Bob.
Are we? Where are we at here?
We're at hour 4.
Oh, nice. 3:14.
Woo!
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
I'm game.
because I
went over some funny stuff.
I got
though.
shit to
wild.
do. I actually got to wash my geese.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, those geese can get bad once they've been sweating a long time.
I really need to wash it.
That's one thing. This guy,
Wash them, rather.
Before we end it, it just made me think of something. This guy that when I did martial arts, he was like in his 40s, and I was probably a teenager at the time, and so he was just all different age ranges in the classes.
Right.
But I had to spar with this guy, and he just profusely sweats, bro. This guy.
Too much.
Dude, too much. And you try to grip onto him, you just grab a whole pile of sweat. And you're just like, what the fuck?
And it slides down
Not
your
only
arm
that-
and builds up.
Yeah.
Gross.
And not only that, here's the worst part. Dude stunk. Like, I'm talking like BO, bro. Nasty. Who knows? Maybe probably only washed
You
his
never
gis,
want to
like-
be that
No,
guy.
he had one gi, and he wore it every fucking class, bro.
Some people have geese at our gym that smell like they have a lot of animals at their house. And like a little bit of piss. Like piss that's been sitting in the rug for like a month and you cleaned it, but
Gee's
it's
just been sitting in it or something.
I don't know. Or the ghee just is clean,
It's like
but it's
it's-
absorbed the micro
There's
particulates
only
of
so
these
clean you
scents.
can get them. They start getting discolorated, and you need
Discolorated.
You just have to throw it in a big pile of
Discolored.
a big vat of bleach, and let it sit there for a while, and just
I needed to do that to my white one. I need to bleach it because it's kind of around
Bleach
the
it
neck. It's kind
and
of
mix
funky.
in a little bit of baking soda.
And then put it in the oven at 425 and it'll
Do
be
that.
ready
You
to
can do
serve
that.
to your friends and family in 2 hours.
Oh, ghee or no ghee?
Yes.
Ghee or no ghee? Like he comes up to you with the menu. and
That's
shit.
perfect.
And get ghee served to you. You're like, what? Oh, you asked for ghee, sir.
I prefer no ghee.
No
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Here's our other menu. He like gives you like people are trying to serve you clothing, 3D printed. What
But they taste like
if it was
candy.
Really edible? What if it was really edible?
Like
and looks like
You get a
that would be
plate.
the most awkward thing.
It's a plate that looks like a folded t-shirt is on your plate. And you start eating it, but it
it's
tastes
really good. It's really good. Yeah, that to me mentally would throw me off because I would
or like a pair of socks that
see
you
it
folded up and like
yeah, if somebody just made that as a cake, like how people make those really epic cakes that look like real stuff.
oh yeah,
Think of eating that because you go to eat it and it's completely tastes amazing.
but it would
But
look
it
like
looks like
a pair of socks that you balled up like
Yeah,
you would.
you just
know?
like like what if they
One
made it
within
look,
the
what if
other.
they made it look like a pair of old white crusty socks and you're like try it, but it's really good.
right?
It's one of those mental things where you're like that's disgusting, but it tastes
It's like a
good.
cheesecake.
how do
You're
you-
like, oh fuck, dude.
like how does your mind deal with that? You're like oh shit. I guess you're like fuck it, this ain't even real anyway, so I'm just gonna eat the fuck out of it. It's a cake, so
Nice.
yeah.
Well, let's
I
wrap
think
this.
we'll call it a show there, folks.
Yeah, good solid hour.
Right.
Yeah,
broke
solid hour.
Broke it down.
Episode
Brought
4.
it back.
Check.
On point in the game in the bank. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys on the next one, and have a great day.
Yes, have a good night, and thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to the YouTube as well, and if you're listening on iTunes, just keep tuning in.
And Google Play,
Google
Stitcher
Play.
Radio, and
Yeah.
this other platform called Anchor. If you have it, you can listen on there. It's just like a open source podcast app.
SoundCloud.
Yeah. We won't be able to use SoundCloud until we upgrade.
Scratch
to
that.
We can only put like 3 or 4 episodes
Instagram.
on. So. Yep. Instagram.
Hit us
is
up,
for
support
the
us.
social media. We'll be posting some periodic videos behind the scenes. Cool. Just keeping people up to date. And then we got the Facebook page too. So go
Yep.
check that out for State of Mind.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. Tell everyone you know to check it out. See if they like it. Subscribe. And give us a like. Help us. Well, mainly leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
Do
about
all
it.
of them.
Yeah. All three. All
bell
3.
notifications. Subscribe. Leave a comment.
And give us a like.
And give us a like.
Until next time.
Perfect. Take it
We
easy.
out. We out.